Hey, Sonny here. This is the All You Need Is Rock and Roll by White Lion. The very bluesy intro or prelude or however you want to call it. Anyway, so this is tuned to standard tuning. It's basically a 12-bar blues in the key of A. That's A seventh, D seventh, and E seventh. If you play the blues, just the regular 12-bar blues sounds like this. Okay, so that's basically kind of rhythm is. So the first part of the song is all A seventh. Basically, he switched between A seventh and A diminished. That's why you get that sound. How it goes? Oh, it goes like this. So this part, so it goes from D seventh. I'm sorry, A seven, A diminished, A seven. All right. So here's the first part. The open A, and then the chord shape is 5 on the D string, 6 on the G string, and 5th fret on the B string. And when you slide up and down, you just slide down half step. So it'll be D4, G5, B4. All right. All right. So it got a little swing feel to it. It goes like this. Alright, so open A, 5th fret on the D, 6 on the G, and 5 on the B. My right hand goes like this. Down, down on the thumb. And when you pick the 6th fret on the G and the 5th fret on the B, you pluck up with the my index finger and my middle finger of your right hand. Again. Alright, this is very important you get that. So it's down, pluck up, down, up, down, up. Your thumb goes down and your index and middle finger goes up with those two strings. Alright, and then you play the G5, B4, slide back up half step to G6, B5, and you pluck it again. Alright. And you play this ghost note at the end before you play the next measure 2. Basically, you pluck the open B string with your index finger, and then you play the 6th fret on the G string and slide to 9th fret. Okay? And then once you slide up, you play the 8th fret on the B and 9th fret on the E string. And you play the 8th fret again on the B string. And you play the 8th fret on the G string with your thumb down. And then you pick upward on the 7th fret of your B and 8th fret of your E with your index finger and middle finger. And then your thumb down on the 8th fret on the G again. And then you play the 8th fret, and you slide half step, you play the 8th fret of your B and 9th fret of your E, and slide down. So far we have this, and play it slowly. Again. Alright. When you play this part right here, this is still the D7th, I'm sorry, the A7th and A diminished alternating. If you play the regular chord at the A7 at the 5th position, and you play the D's A diminished chord, that's basically is the same thing. Like A7th, A diminished. Alright, so that's the first two measure. The third measure is the same thing as A. It's still you're still at the A chord. You just repeat it again, but this time you just you down on the open A with your thumb, and you pick upward on the G6 B5, and you do it again, open A, and then G5 B4, and then slide up to G6 B5, and plug it up again on the G6 and B5, and then this time you play the ghost note. This time you play on the open G, but I use my thumb twice on the G. So what I do is I play on the open G twice, second fret on the B, open E, and then I play the G2. I play the B2 and E3 with my index finger and my ring finger. You pick it up, and you pluck upward with my right hand, index finger and middle finger, and then you only play the third fret of your E, and then you play B2 open high E string, and then again B2 E3. Alright, so the third measure and the fourth measure in the chord of A it goes like this. Slowly. I'm sorry. Alright, so that's measure 3 and 4. Let me do it again. Alright. Measure 5 and 6 is almost just like measure 1 and 2. Alright, so again, it's the same thing as measure 1 and 2. It's slightly different. So go stuck on the 6th fret on the G string, and then you switch hand real quick with your middle finger. Alright, and now you do it again with the alright. So that's the next part. So what I do is I play just like measure 1, and you play the ghost note on the open G with your thumb, and then 2nd fret on the B string with my index finger going up, and then you play the open string and 3rd fret of your E. I just use my middle finger on my right hand. Play it twice, open E and 3rd fret of E, and open E again, and then I play B2 E3, B2 open E, and then open B and open E. Right. Again, this is a measure 7 and 8. Alright. Now so far, let's play through measure 1 through 8. This is all A chord. Basically, is 4 times of A in the 12-bar blues. Alright. So again. Alright, Now, next part is you switch to a D7th chord. The D7th chord, if you just play a standard D7th chord, it's open D string, G2, B1, high E, second fret. Alright, that's all we do. We play this, we use that shape over here, and you add a pinky on the third fret on the E string. And you pull off on the second fret on the E string. So here's how it goes. Alright, so you pick the open D and open D again, and then you click upward on the first fret of the B and high E string. As soon as you pick that, you gotta pull off from the third fret to the second fret of the E with your pinky. Alright. And once you do that, you play the second fret of your G with your thumb, and you play the B1 open E with your pick upward with your right hand, index finger, and little finger, and you pick it again, first fret of your B and second fret of your E. Alright, and you dead stop right there, and then you, after you do that, you play open D again, and then first fret of your B and third fret of your E again, and pull off on the second fret on the E, and then play the second fret on the G, and then first fret of your B and open high E, and then B1 E2, and then you play the B1 E2 again, and then you play G2 B1 with your thumb and your index finger. So your thumb goes down, your index finger goes up, and then you play the B1 E2 again, slowly. Alright, you do it. You repeat the same thing again one more time. Alright, so you do that twice. So I'm going to play slowly again so you can watch my hand. Again, you don't really move your hand. You stay in the same D7 shape. You just pick your notes differently. And you have to use your pinky, pull off on the second fret on the E. And sometimes you have to lift off your ring finger, play the open high E string. Alright? Alright, so that's two measures of D. Now it goes back to A again. Same thing. So this part is different. So as soon as you, so after you play it, open G, and then, so I'll play the third and fourth fret of your E, low E, second fret of your D, play the third fret on the low E string, and then bend it halfway up to fourth fret, and open E. So, it goes like this again, and play slowly. Alright. Once you play that part, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm missing a couple of notes here. Before we move on, before I go to, I gotta go like this first. So I gotta play that first before I go. So I go second fret of it, B, open high E, third fret of your high E. I use my ring finger, and then I jumped up really quick, use my middle finger and play the third fret on the low E, fourth fret of low E, second fret of your D, third fret of your low E, bring up half step, open E. Alright, again. Oh, sorry. That part is open E, and I'll play the first fret of your G and third fret of your B. Again, open E, and I'll play the fourth fret of your G and fifth fret of your B. I use my middle finger on the fourth fret of your G and my pinky on the fifth fret on the B, and then I play G4, B3, middle finger on the G4 and index finger on the B3. You pluck up with your index finger and middle finger. Alright, you do that twice. And next part, what I do is I open B and E string, and I play the D chord. It's open D, second fret of your G, third fret of your B, and then open B and E again, and I use my thumb brush down on the open B and E again, and then you play the open D chord. Slow down. Your right hand is very important. Up, down on the thumb, up, down, down again with your thumb. So that's the pretty much that's the first part of the blues prelude to that one song. So I hope you enjoy it. Hopefully I made it clear. But basically just simple chords. It's A7th, D7th, and E7th. Alright. And when you play the A7th chord, you go A7th, A diminished, A7th, D7, and then E. Alright, thanks for watching.